Hi everybody, Martyn at Flicking Feathers again today, and I'm back with another old school saltwater fly. Really easy, really effective. Bonefish fly I suppose, but it works for all kinds of things on the flats. You'll find it in Lefty's book, Saltwater Fly Patterns. But this is Chico's snapping shrimp. Tie it all manner of sizes. You can tie it bigger, you can tie it smaller. It's really up to you. I'm tying it unweighted as a sort of tailing fish fly, but you can add weight to it if you want. Now, as always, I'll put a materials list in the description, along with a link to the Patreon page for anybody that wants to support the channel. Get access to the online content, online fly tying classes, as well as being entered into the giveaway for the flies tied in the channel. So I've got my hook and my vise. This is it's an Umpqua U401. It's a size 1. It's basically like a 34007, right? I'm using these because they've got this sort of old school shape. And if I'm tying these sort of old-fashioned flies, but I mean, if you choose to tie it, use whatever hook you prefer. Common sense, right? Pick a quality hook that you've got faith in, and the size you want. I've run on some brown thread. This is just Anvil's Fly Master, but flat thread, round thread doesn't really make any difference for this fly. So I'm going to put the hot tag on. I'm using fluorescent orange dubbing. This is EP shrimp dub I'm using here. A bit heavy handed there, a bit too much. Anything will do. Strip 2 glow bug yarn's very good. It gives you a really nice, dense, hot colour. And I'm just putting this wee hot spot just sort of around the bend, a wee sort of exactly there if you like. And then I'm going to come up the body with tan dubbing. This is Full and Mill Voodoo dubbing, it's called. I'm just going to get that on. Tan. Now, the pattern that just says dubbing or yarn, so you can really use anything. Just pick the colour that you like, right? These flies, again, it's sort of common sense. Where are you fishing? What's the bottom colour like? Sort of match it to suit, right? I like this dubbing because it's got a wee bit of flash in it, and when you sort of scrub it with the velcro a wee bit, it gives you quite a nice effect. Now, I'm not making the body too heavy. I'm going to leave myself plenty of space at the front. Need a bit more just to get me there. And so my head length, I'm going to leave it quite a long head, sort of 2 eye lengths. Basically, originally this fly would be tied and an eye would be painted in the front, but I kind of don't bother. And actually in Lefty's book as well, I'm just rubbing that just to sort of bring some of the fibres out. In Lefty's book as well, you'll see there's a version later in the book without the eye. So the wing in the original's fish here, but I'm going to use craft for it, and I'm going to use this sort of camel. You can go darker if you wish, sort of darker brown, but this isn't bad. I believe fish here's still made, but I never see it. Shops, websites, anything like that. So if you can get it and you want to use it, fine, but I probably would say craft fur is actually a better fibre. But any sort of synthetic material would be ideal. So I'm just going to sort of sort of stubby up the taper a wee bit. It's a bit too long. This is very long. It's a Sibby Crafter, which if you get the long stuff, is very long. It's at least as long as the Rainey's Extra Select. Cleaning out the rubbish from the bottom. Check my length. Something like that. So it's up to yourself. I reckon about 2 shank lengths is fine. I wouldn't go much longer than that. And with the craft fur, I mean, you can always like sort of trim it if you feel you've put a wee bit too much on. So I'm going to get that in. Just got to make sure it's sitting nicely on top in the gap. Now, you don't need to worry about this fly riding the right way. There's plenty of dragging that wing to turn that hook over. Right, this fish is hook point up, even unweighted. Remember this. There's more hook on the shank, right, and then you've got the drag here, just like it's like a wee parachute. And if you tie the wing too sparse and you find yourself in the water, you can just bend the eye up a wee bit with your pliers. Just 20 degrees, 15 degrees is enough, and the drag of your leader will join in with the wing, and it will definitely ride hook point up, but you probably won't need to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a nice clean head now. Put a wee taper in it. You know, like, use that wee darker spot, and also just sort of keeping it in and keeping with the original pattern. You know, you'd need to build the head up quite a bit if you wished to paint an eye. Now if you're weighting it, you can use any eyes that you would normally use. If you wanted to, you could put a hot spot on, like a pair of orange eyes, or the stealth bead chain or something, but I think this fly really excels in skinny water. And the beauty of it is, it's a very quick tie, right? I mean, even talking about it and going slow to show you, that's 5 minutes or something, right? It's a great tie. It doesn't need a lot of materials. The materials are readily available. You know, they're great. It's like if you're taking a travel kit tie-in and you need something shrimpy. I'll just seal this just with cement. I'll give it a couple of coats to make a nice head on it, but that's basically it. If you want to, you can bar the wing with a Sharpie. Up to yourself. But there you go, that's it. Super easy, super simple. It's Chico's Snap and Shrimp. It doesn't get any easier. Tie some of these up, they'll catch your fish. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you for another one. Tight lines, guys. Bye.